All right, everyone. So, don't have the normal thing up right now, so we'll just be going straight into it. Got a little bit delayed. I wanted to start at 6:30 here. I had some updates that needed to be done both the computer side and the Nintendo Switch side. But we are up and running now, so let's get ourselves started here. We get to play for the first time in a while. Let's run some Final Fantasy. Yeah, definitely been looking forward to getting back into this, and this is a game I've wanted to prioritize for a while anyway, so seems like a nice place to start up. If I recall correctly, I don't even know how close I got to the halfway point. The last thing I clearly remember is the encounter in the opera. Here we go. And for the record, I was using the... When I played this the first time, I was actually wearing the... Hold on a second. I want to check the sound on this. Wait, it looks like it's running lower, so that's okay. Which I'm fine with. That's what I was hoping for, but that wouldn't be too loud. Just dawned on me, listening to that entire thing, it was running like... It didn't go straight into the text at the beginning. And so my experience with this had been Final Fantasy VI. I remember with the Final Fantasy 3 because I'd seen the game going through like video rental places. But also with my Super Nintendo Classic Edition, it's in there with the original American ROM, which read as Final Fantasy 3. For those outside the U.S., when it was released here, we did not get the full. We did not get the full Final Fantasy suite for the first two consoles. By the time they had Final Fantasy 2 ready to go, the Super Nintendo was about to come out, and they decided it was not worth it to run the game on a console they were trying to get people off of because it would just delay it. So they decided to sit on the Final Fantasy 2 translation and never even bother with Final Fantasy 3 because at this point there would be no point. So they took Final Fantasy 4 and made it Final Fantasy 2. And then when Final Fantasy 5 came around, from what I understand, the entire process took so long that they were just running slower. So rather than try to go against time and squeeze Final Fantasies 5 and 6 in, they just went with 6 because they felt it was the stronger game for the American audience anyway. But let's get started with it. Okay, so here's where the text comes in. Yep, the Age of War of the Magi, when its flames at last receded, only the charred husk of a world remained, even the power of magic was lost. In the 1,000 years that followed, iron, gunpowder, and steam engines took the place of magic, and life slowly returned to the barren land. I prefer the scrolling text of the original, but it looks nice enough, I guess. Yet there now stands one who would reawaken the magic of ages past and use its dread power as a means by which to conquer all the world. Could anyone truly be foolish enough to repeat that mistake? And then we begin with them. I have this entire soundtrack on CD, actually. There's the city. Hard to believe an Esp has been found frozen there after 1,000 years after the War of the Magi. Probably just another wild goose chase. I don't know. They wouldn't let us use her unless they were confident intel was good. Ah, yes, our witch. Heard she fried 50 of our Magitech armored soldiers in 3 minutes. Kinda makes your skin crawl, don't it? Relax, that thing on the edge is a mindless puppet. It won't even breathe unless we tell it to. We'll approach from the east. Move out! Yeah, there's definitely been some re-scripting. I actually have to go back through the old script and see what stuff matches, but it's probably my favorite song in the entire Final Fantasy franchise. Yep, Nobuo Uematsu. Yeah, it's this one in particular really does fit its mood so well, and I do love this opening. That said, yeah, I do kind of wish I had just propped up the Super Nintendo Classic. Honestly, I know I probably have to restart from the beginning, because by the time I found it was years later, and I had no recollection of where I was at that moment. But yeah, the way it was done on the original Super Nintendo with the Mode 7, it did a good job with atmosphering. Here, they're focused on trying to make it look as close to the original as it did. So a little bit of the atmosphere is lost. That's why I'm glad they kept the sequence. It's like the most cinematic thing that they've really done. So if I've got it correct, I think the one on the left is Wedge. Biggs is on the right. And one of our main player characters out here is going to be the one in back. Miguel takes point, and don't waste time on the riffraff. Remember what we're here for. And I was clearly wrong, so let's move. Alright, we're in Narshe. Alright, simple enough. The Empire's got no business here. And apparently we're fighting a dog. Alright, we just wiped out a dog. And very heroic we are. Imperial Magitech armor? Not even Narshe is safe anymore. 2 on 1, here we go. Here goes the fire beam. One's gone. Thunder beam. Also gone. And for some reason, these two are ready to level up. Alright. Now it's 4 on 2. 4 and 3, actually. Oh no, they didn't come. They just Had the dogs attack. Alright. Yeah, so far we have not been impressed. Not only are we behaving as straight up the villains in this scenario, we are very much just... We are very much just punishing noobs right now. And now we've got ambush. And, yep, taking hits here. Alright, the Bio Blast. I think we got it. Alright, that's a level up then. Alright. Made it through an entire row. Got to watch multiple there, but... Defend the mines! Oh, great. More of them. Alright, let's go. Okay, let's go for it. Alright, we ice beamed that guy. He's gone. Thunder beam on the mammoth. Alright, let's end this fight. Just don't want me Wedge is just going down right now. Pulling our sources, some miners unearthed the frozen Esper in a new shaft they were digging. This must be it. Sure, let's learn about save points. Yeah, just nameless grunts right now. Biggs and Wedge are. I'm not gonna waste a potion on this guy. There we go. We gotta be getting to the end here. This gotta be the boss here. I'll handle this. Stand back. It wasn't since Biggs has talked. We're not handing over the Esper. Mir, get him. Hold it. The things was trying to guard the mines. What are you talking about? You know what this is? Ever heard of a lightning whelk? It's the monsters that stored lightning. And stores energy in its shell. Right. Whatever you do, don't attack the shell. And also don't attack it with lightning, from what I understand. There we go. Ooh, took some hits that time. We got one down already. That's a problem. At least he's gone. Now it's just the shell. Slime, oh boy. Alright, he's healed. At least we're at full power again. Barring our missing main character here. Make some fire. Then ice. Okay, so we actually have to wait while it's not in there just because I'm taking the hits. Okay, I think I understood this now. Alright, so healing force again. And here's our chance to heal. Alright. So there's one round. No. And with the ice as well. The opposite of icy hot. Okay, that's really not anything. That's fine. Okay, so we're gonna try this again. Choose the fire. Fire one more time. Oh, don't do that. Alright, so it's finally worn out. Can't run Megavolt. Good, we finally wore this thing out. Now we can just tee off. It's coming back out. It's running back in. Yeah, it's running back in. Oh, man. Now it's entering that spot where I want to end this thing. Is this gonna be enough? Nope. Alright, let's try the lightning. I take a risk at some point. There it is. Finally broke it down. Shame I'm not getting a level up for someone I'm actually going to be able to keep, but... Alright, so that was the boss. There we go. How do I get here? So this is the Frozen Esper. Thing's giving me the creeps. Something's not right. Apparently she's been revived for this encounter. Frozen creature begins emitting an eerie light. Where's that light coming from? Ah! What was that, Wedge? Wedge, where are you? Hey, what's going on? Oh, now we're in Narsha. And I'm awake. Am I? My, and only just removed the crown. My head hurts. Easy there. This is a slave crown. The others were using it to control you. It was robbing you of your thoughts. So making it so you do whatever they told you. I can't remember a thing. Don't worry, it'll all come back to you. In time, that is. A mysterious young woman born with the gift of magic and enslaved by the Gassellian Empire. Alright, so been going back and forth. We should go custom names for this one or not. And I think I'm gonna stick with the core for this one, just because it's a regular viewing. I had custom names originally for all of mine. I may still use them from time to time for a couple of the characters, because I thought I had a few good ones. But yeah, we'll go with Terra for now. Yep. Her name is Terra. Impressive. Never heard of anyone recovering so fast. You must be made of tougher stuff than most. Open up. We're here for the Magitech armor pilot. Let's do it right now. Hand over that girl. An agent of the Empire. Empire Magitech armor? There's no time to explain. You need to get out of here. These fools aren't going to listen to reason. This way, quickly. Make your way out through the mines. I'll try to buy you some time. stealthy, I guess. Up there! I guess I'm running. At least I'm back to full strength. Also, they're easy enough to take down with the sword, so I don't have to waste my magic on these guys. There we go. Let's get out of that grouping. Another round. Is that enough? Yep. Go. Took another down. Right, up to level 5 we go. I have a Phoenix down. Alright, so I'll be able to revive this time. Oh boy. That one's gone. I'll take a potion here in a sec. I have a sleeping bag now. Alright. Well, it was still in range, I could get 50 and be enough. There we go. Wait a minute. Can I get that open? Nope. Don't have a... Saw a deviation in the thing, so I was like, maybe I can get that to work. One's gone. Alright, let's get one more and he's gone. Alright, all been cut down. There she is. That's a bad sign. Hey, sweet little magic user. With this slave crown, you'll all be mine. Kefka really does remind me of, like, one of those cartoonishly moronic, just villains in the... good. Yeah, from Doctor Who's early seasons where they think they are going to be able to control the monster. Burn them all to a crisp. Soldiers of the Empire, we stand at the dawn of a new age. The lost power of magic has returned to us. We have been chosen. The time has come for us to claim our rightful dominion over the world. Nothing shall stand in our way. Hurrah! Long live Emperor Gestal! Oh, it took you long enough. Busy with all the robbing and plundering, I presume? Treasure hunter and trail-worn traveler, searching the world over for relics of the past. Going with Locke. This is the one I gave my own name earlier, so I was wondering if I should go Tobin on this one. Yeah, I'll go with Locke. I prefer the term treasure hunting. Semantic nonsense. There's a huge difference. So, is there something you need me to do? There's indeed. I met the girl. You don't mean. The city guard is pursuing her as we speak. The city has the strength to stand up to the Empire, but it won't use it. People are just too stubbornly independent to join an underground resistance group like the Returners. Tried to explain that the Empire was controlling the girl, but they wouldn't even listen. Alright, so you want me to get her out of Narshe. That'd be the idea. Make your way to Figaro for the time being. Alright, so now we got them coming. Here come the guards and all their fluffy friends. Wonderful, there's a whole bunch of them. Goodbye. Moogles, are you saying you want to help? Goodbye. Use us to protect Terra from the guards. Would you like an explanation? No. I understand how party movement works. Right, so they're up there as they... Right, let's fight the first group. And we got that one, and we got this one. Cool. Let's get this guy. Well, there's one. Here's another. Was enough? Yep. Do it all in one turn is nice. Right, let's look at the items here because I did get down pretty. Let's see, how much? 250. Not there yet. Get this one who's stuck in his moment. These snowstorms. No, we got that one finished, so I do have to use this stuff now. So let's use the Phoenix down. I have to keep strong enough. we took that guy out. So now at least we can deal with the Lobo. Okay, so let's boost this guy. Alright, so we've done the damage we could do. Looks like I'm blocking the walkway. There we go. Let's get out of that range. There's one. Here's another. And they're down. Let's get here. Got him from behind, so I should be able to take this guy. There we go. Is that the last one? I think we've taken out everyone who needs to be taken out. Alright, then let's use the last one here, because what I need now is... Okay, why is this such a problem? Alright, so the last group should be as full of health as it possibly can. Which means this should be the fight. Alright, we got rid of these. So now it's just one guy. Let's go for this. Yes, hello. Alright, so we got one down. Let's see what else we can get out of this. Mainly going with the Moogles to start was not great for experience points, but I mean the early level ones. This one wasn't going to be a big jump anyway. In any case, we have done what we needed to do. Doing alright, just yeah, getting to trying to get to Castle Figaro here probably before we stop off. So thanks, Moogles, we are in your debt. Alright, so now we are off. And then here's the secret passage. Alright, the switch. Okay, oh, that's what it was. Okay, I knew I'd seen it earlier. You're back with us now? You saved me? Save your thanks for the Moogles. I can't remember a thing. It's like my mind's trapped in a fog. Lost your memory? Man said it would come back eventually. So you've got amnesia. Don't worry, I won't leave your side until your memory returns. I'm not gonna up and abandon someone just because they lost their memory. I'll keep you safe, I promise. And off we go. The school for the beginning adventurer. Yeah, we're not going in there. I don't think we really need anything from here, so... Alright. So what I need to do is find the castle from here. I don't think it's gonna be... I think it's on this other part, so, Alright. More people to fight. Alright, Locke's gonna get to turn first. I'm gonna see if I can steal anything from the bunny. Alright, I got a potion out of it. I don't know why the bunny had a potion, but there we go. Can I make it anywhere from here? I can see stuff lit. That thing, I do not remember the terrain of this place. Means I should probably go back into the town and talk. I will do one quick check and see if I can get back into that guy's house. What's that? Hey! Not safe here. We better hightail it south to figure out. Okay, so it is south. Alright, that works. Okay. Alright, not first time, but first go around in about 3 years. I was playing on the Super Nintendo Classic. Got about as far as the opera scene, and then ended up moving. By the time I got back to it, I had completely forgotten where I was in the story. So, I'm starting over. There we go. That's familiar. There it is. Epic castle music has arrived. Oh, it's you. Proceed. Wouldn't know by looking at it, but this castle is loaded with advanced technology. For example, whoops, it's all top secret. Yeah, I know the castle goes under the sand, guys. Jensen, get through these doors. Yep. Welcome. Let's see. Yes, time for some... Yep. Oh, that will be good, yeah. Yeah, I might check out the game book there. Yeah, I'm just gonna load up. Likely won't need those, but it would be good to have a couple phoenixes. Okay, course, there's one person versus an entire party. Good to probably have one in stock. Can we open this thing? Right, now that I've ransacked this guy. Now we're back to the non-speaking ones. Alright. I mean, this young woman is... Who are you? Oh, my apologies. How rude of me to turn my back to a lady on our very first meeting. I don't know what kind of voice I'm giving him right now. Young King of Figaro Castle, Imperial ally, champion of the technological revolution. And I haven't changed anyone's names yet, so might as well stick with what we got. I am Edgar, the King of Figaro. Surprised that someone like me knows a king? Ah, thank you. Well, I'll catch you two later. Yes, thank you for just leaving the party randomly. So you're an Imperial soldier, right? Don't worry. Figaro and the Empire are allies. Feel free to rest here for as long as you like. It's not in my blood to harm a lady. Why are you being so kind to me? Is it because of my abilities? I'll give you 3 reasons. First of all, your beauty has captivated me. Second, I'm dying to know if I'm your type. I guess your abilities would rank a distant third. What's the matter? Guess my technique's getting a bit rusty. I suppose some girls would have felt something from those words. Not me. No, we did that door. Let's see what's over here. At least this place has a good trove of free stuff. And that's the exact same spot. Okay. We've been through both doors. Can we go in here? Apparently we can. There's a downstairs and in. Let's go through here first. Rest for a bit. Probably should have. At the same time, I do like that it does at least resemble the form of the one I was using on the Super Nintendo Classic. So at least that's a positive. Alright. Now let's look down here. Alright, so that leads us to the outside. Right, let's see if there was anything else I could hit on the other side before testing out, before looking at the lower levels. Ah, this is the room with all the tomes. The ancients once wielded a magic force known as magic. Those who mastered the art were called magi. Scholars all over the world are busy studying magic, but you can only learn so much about something without seeing it. Alright, so mostly flavor text right now. Alright, not much of use to say there. Okay. Okay. At least we got a chance to thoroughly explore this place. I definitely remember going through this the first go around. The whole trek through the castle with not a whole lot, but it is actually really nice that they put so much flavor text into it in the early going, because at least in terms of the world, like the Super Nintendo games, of what I remember of 4 and 6, did a really good job of actually enhancing the world, which they were not really able to do with the memory limitations on the original Nintendo. Right, there we go. Edgar has a twin brother, you know. He was such a nice boy, always thinking of his family. Are we going into... Yep, tragic backstory time. Edgar, what's wrong with Dad? Why is everyone talking about a successor? Are you blind? Haven't you seen how thin his face has become? What do you mean? Edgar. Yep, are you crying? Yep, so here we go. Edgar's twin brother who traded the throne for his own freedom. Yep, Sabin. He's actually one of the ones, when I did this the first go around, I didn't shift the name, so I actually remember the name Sabin pretty clearly. Yes, Sabin. I'm sure he's a fine young man by now. He was just a boy when he left, even smaller than his brother. I often wonder where he is now and what he's doing. Okay. Not touching that one. Excellent. So then let's do this, because I am coming up on my time frame. Go back in. Rest, and this will be a good save point. Alright. So yes, not bad run here. So definitely a good start. Glad to be back up and running in this game, being able to chip away on this. And yes, thank you again for the link on that. That should be helpful. Internet Archive, always a win. So yeah, I will be continuing this on most likely. Yeah, no, the schedule would carry it over on Friday. So I'll be back to this on Friday. Tonight and Monday we are on to Batman, I believe. I'm gonna double check my schedule, but I believe that's how I set it up. So Arkham Asylum coming up. Oh, okay. Nice. That'll be good. 5 is definitely on my to-do list after I finally get through this one and take another crack at 4. So it'll be fun. Until then, so to Endless Bacon and Random Guy from Lithuania, thank you for watching on. I will hopefully see y'all another time here, and enjoy the rest of your days, everybody.